The good news about Plum is that Farley booked the cover. She is going to look like a fashion maternity queen. She's going to turn on that shoot. It's going to be so amazing.
So we are at the Plum shoot, and it's pretty exciting because we're wearing Zach Posen, and I think I'm actually shooting with him today.
Hey, Zach.
Hi.
How are you?
Farley.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Have you tried any of the outfits on?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's huge. He's taken New York by storm. And I'm just a mom from the suburbs about to pop, so this is like a big day out for me. I got to break out of the box and go from, you know, something that is traditionally catalog and commercial to this just beautiful goddess feeling, blowing editorial, which is going to be a beautiful keepsake, not only for me, but for my child. So, you know, to me, it was a privilege.
And with me now are Liza Elliott-Ramirez, Executive Director and host of Runway Moms, and President and founder of Expecting Models. Hello, Inc. Hello. Also joining us, fashion model Farley Boyle, who's a runway mom. Welcome to both of you.
Hi.
It's so great. And what a concept. It just sounds so fantastic.
It's been a great experience for both of us. We have really found a niche in a market that was untouchable because women weren't supposed to be trendy and sexy at the same time.
Of course, you're supposed to wear, remember those two-piece things? Or, you know, I'm sure you're both too young, but, you know, I think I remember in some history book somewhere, you know, those two-piece things, that, you know, it was like a two-piece long top that was supposed to go way below the belly line, and
Yeah, not anymore.
Flat shoes were always, you always had to wear flat shoes.
Well, she was a smarty pants because most of the agencies, as soon as a model got pregnant, discarded us and said goodbye and come back once the weight is off. And she decided, all these beautiful girls that are getting pregnant, why don't I put them in one agency? And let's start capitalizing on the maternity booming market. And all of a sudden, she had a full-time job, and a spin-off of that is Runway Moms.
And of course, it's not just the look of Runway Moms and the beauty of it all, which is there too, but some real important health issues are focused on.
Absolutely. Not only does it spotlight from the runway to the delivery room, but it's very informative. So there are helpful tips on how to get through your pregnancy, and it explains in normal terms what low amniotic fluid means, what a breech birth is, what a C-section is. And some people don't know what the definition of some of these medical terms are. So it's very educational.
But in terms of being a runway mom, is it different from being an average, let's say I weighed 200 pounds before I got pregnant, to feeling like I weighed 300 pounds once I got pregnant, and I'm not going to feel cute after the baby's born? You know, is it different, though?
You know, I think so many women, I've been approached on the streets so many times, and it's always been by women that are like, you're just like me. I can't believe, you know, somebody like you went through the same things. You know, I went through listeria. I had 2 miscarriages. You know, I survived a near tragedy the day that I came home from having, you know, my 3rd baby. And so it all of a sudden took this glamorized position that people think we have, and we became real people, you know, plain people. People that woke up and had stretch marks and definitely didn't go through a pretty day, or felt, you know, maybe a little nauseated, or felt like we looked fat. You know, we go through real life issues, and suddenly this glamorized industry becomes very touchable and realistic.
Oh, that is so adorable. I love that everyday kind of living scene, and that's what you go through, is everyday things that everybody else goes through. I understand our own Audrey Puente is going to be in the magazine.
I know! I'm so excited. Audrey is on the cover of Stork magazine, and she looked as hot can get, honey.
Well, we love her to death anyway. So.
I love her. She was so fun to shoot. She really has a lot of spunk, pep in her step, and it shows in her photograph.
But creating a magazine that's urban for pregnant women, I mean, how did you really come up with it?
Well, in all honesty, I am from New York City, so I am that urban mom. I've walked that walk. And I've also been a model for many years that became pregnant and didn't know what to do with my life. So it all came together effortlessly. And I had the resources because I did my homework during my pregnancy, and I had a list of names of clients to promote some of the new girls that became my expecting models.
So what are you going to do next?
You know, I'm going to congratulate Liza for finding her niche, and I feel like I've come into my own and I've found a niche that I didn't quite foresee. And I think as maternity and motherhood evolves as a fashionable thing, then why not take everything that you put your efforts into and give it that same quality? And so right now I'm in a nonprofit, and I never thought a nonprofit could be fashionable or rock and animated oriented, but we're demystifying CPR techniques and we're making it hip to be one of those parents that's in the know because they know what to do in a crisis. So I think if everybody just gives the same energy to anything they apply themselves, we can make everything very attractive, easy to understand, and relatively painless.
Just one last quick question. Are you finding that you're talking about subjects that never would have been talked about publicly before?
Never. I mean, talking about breastfeeding in public, talking about what to do with a child that might be choking, you think these are topics that would never happen to you. And after Farley visited Expecting Models and gave us all a refreshing course, I have to tell you, my daughter almost choked, and I knew what to do. I knew exactly what to do. I swept the bread right out of her mouth, and I wouldn't have even known she was choking. For a minute, all you see is a baby just sort of staying still and being very static and shaky, and now I know what to look for. But yes, the topics are now being embraced. We're going out there, we're standing tall as women.
And we're going to look for Audrey on the cover.
And we are. Yes, we are.
Thank you so much for joining.